Hey everybody, today I'm going to show you this holiday hut camper, and this is Darren and Angela, and they're going to tell us all about it. This is a redo, and Darren's going to tell us about what the structure is and what he did with that, and then Angela will show us the inside.
Okay, the camper itself was found on the side of the road, completely in shambles, bullet holes in the side. Took it home, tore into it. Didn't have a floor, had, like I said, holes all in it. Needed a new roof. The inside walls are all 1x1 steel bars. There's no plywood or 2x4s or anything, any wood in the walls. It's all steel bars.
So that's unusual, isn't it?
It is. It's pretty rare. They had a patent on it in '71. This company, Holiday Hut, did. As we grinded it down, I found the patent on here, and I could Google. And it took me 6 months to figure out what kind of camper it was. Finally, after tearing all the walls off, I found a spray paint on the inside, Holiday Hut, which they misspelled holiday. Thought that was kind of funny, but yeah, that's how we figured out where to start. I've only seen 2 of them in the 7 years that we've had it, and they were just found online. So I haven't really seen one in person except for old articles that I Googled. That's all I could find. So,
okay, let's go inside and Angela can show us some of the stuff she did.
Okay, well, it's suited for our family of 5. So we designed it this way on purpose because, like Darren said, we were able to customize it for our family since there was nothing in here but AstroTurf, a mattress, and a mini fridge when we got it.
AstroTurf.
Yeah, the fake green grass was the floor.
Okay.
And so we have bunks here for the children. This folds down into a bed, and this dinette also folds down into a bed. And then we have the bed here for Darren and I, where it folds out into a bed. Yeah, a gaucho bed from the couch. We do have TV and air conditioning, which is good for the kids.
That'd be good for me too.
Yeah, and the bunk folds down. You said that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There's storage underneath everything. Everything you see, there's storage.
Let's see over here.
See, storage under here, storage up top, storage underneath every bench that connects to the outside.
Right.
So we can put stuff in.
So you have outside access to that.
Outside access to this, outside access to the other bench, and then outside access to this too. It goes all the way underneath, and that's where we've got all our fuse panels and electrical is up under there. We keep bigger items under there.
Okay.
Crock pots and all the fun stuff like that.
And then we've just got the peel and stick tile here and some shelves for our stuff.
Some floating
and a little
shelves.
sink, little stainless steel sink.
And you had somebody make this for you, the building part?
Yeah, so Darren tore it down to the frame, and then when we got to the building part, it was kind of out of his realm.
The woodwork.
So we had a carpenter, and Darren and I helped give him the blueprint of how we wanted it.
So you designed it. So this is not the original floor plan.
Right.
No, we could not find an original floor plan.
We've only found 2 other people that have even had this type of trailer online.
Yeah.
And you have a power vent up there? Or is that just a vent?
This is just an vent.
Okay.
It's no fan in it.
Okay.
We haven't made it to that
Yeah,
yet.
and I made the curtains with my mother-in-law. I've washed them, so they're already faded and looking vintage. And then
And I love
these are some of our little
little teeny tiny ones up here.
Yep.
And Darren showed me what you did with the curtain rod. So if you want to show me again.
These are magnetic. So when you pull down the bunk, you could just pop these off and then pop it back on. Matter of fact, I bought them by mistake, and it ended up being perfect for what we needed it for.
And the windows, a lot of the windows were broken.
Mm-hmm.
I took measurements. I took the broken pieces that I could kind of get a good measurement off of, and I took it to the little hardware store, and for under $60-$70, I had all new windows. He even cut me a bunch of extra sheets of windows in case I ever break some. I have spares.
Well, that's good.
So yeah, and it was fairly cheap.
Yeah.
I was very pleased with the price of the windows. The polishing of the windows was really a lot of work too. Just taking it all apart. Jousty windows are.
Now that's another cushion for when you put it down to a bed.
Right.
Okay.
And this floor is just a sheet of vinyl.
And there's an inch thick of insulation. I made a frame on the floor and put insulation in the floor so the floor could stay warm We usually use a space heater in the winter time when we do camp in the winter, which
Yeah,
is
it
not
looks
often.
like a little rustic fireplace.
And I've got inverter in here where I can flip this on and off, and it'll help. I can run the marker lights without being plugged into the truck.
Mm-hmm.
And also this inverter runs the 12 volt, very shallow recessed lighting because there's only 1 inch. Bars,
So you can go off grid a little bit and boondock.
We could, yes.
Yeah. Have you ever done that?
Yes, and I also put an outlet on the back of the camper where I could plug it into a house. So we can run everything right off of any kind of little outlet in anybody's yard.
And what is your favorite thing in the camper?
My wife.
Oh,
Aw.
yeah. Good answer.
Good answer. So Angela, what's your favorite thing in the camper?
I love that we can just pick up and go wherever we want to visit. And I enjoy doing that with as a family with all of us.
Because it's small. Do you know what it weighs?
I've never weighed it, but I'm going to guess because of the steel bars throughout. I mean, there's steel bars everywhere. The whole thing is little squares of steel bars all the way around. I'm going to guess around 3,000 pounds loaded down. And that's just from pulling it with my F-150. I can tell it's got some weight to it. I need to get it weighed, but I'm telling it fine. So yeah, just never done it.
And besides your wife, what is the other favorite thing in the camper?
I love how the gaucho bed works. You know, it's got slats on it and it pulls out, which right now it's not going to want to.
Oh, I can see that when you lifted it.
Yeah, it slides out. So I like that. It could be a little smoother, but that's okay. I love that we have little storage compartments everywhere for games and DVDs or first aid kit. This has worked out pretty well with the AC. A lot of things I like.
What was the hardest part of the remodel?
The hardest part was tearing the old 70s panel walls off, and the floor still had the linoleum or whatever they call it in the floor, and getting the old subfloor off. Every screw, you could not unscrew it. So I had to use an angle grinder, screw, 100-degree weather outside, and grind off every head, and then crowbar it off. And with smoke billowing out from the burning the wood, grinding the wood, that was the hardest part.
You also spent a lot of time polishing the aluminum on the windows.
The windows
that
took
took
me
you a long time.
About 60 hours to take apart the windows and polish them and put them back together, and finding the right rubber, the right rubber seals on the outside. You can see that better, but finding the right stuff. I watched many hours of YouTube. I'm no builder. I don't know what I'm doing. I just watch YouTube at night before bed.
Yeah.
And would wake up and figure it out the next day.
Yeah, this was our first big project together in our marriage, and it just means so much to us sentimentally. We'll never get rid of it. We'll always keep it.
Yeah.
And he said you've had it 7 years.
7 years.
Yeah.
So it was like brand new once we finished it.
Right.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's been good to us. So.
And they did a cute job decorating everything too. Yeah. Did you make the Afghan there?
My best friend's mom did that for me.
Sweet, and it matches perfect. All right, guys, I'm going to do some still shots here to add to the end, so don't go away yet. And thank you guys for showing me your camper.
Thank you for visiting.
And sharing it.
Miss Holidays.
And make sure you hit that thumbs up and come back and see some more videos. I'll see you on the next one. Bye. What is your name?
Arden.
Arden, and this is your camper?
Uh-huh.
Do you like camping?
Yeah.
What's your favorite part?
Staying in the camper.
Staying in the camper. Finding rocks. He's been finding rocks today. Okay. What do you want to say to everybody?
Make sure to like and subscribe and bye.
Thank you.